My mom is dark-skinned, and so is my dad. I hated being dark-skinned. I thought it was ugly. But I thought my mom was so pretty. She was different because she was my mom. It didn't matter what color she was. I loved her. But I knew I wasn't beautiful. And you want to know why? Because every time I made my Nana mad, the first thing she would call me was Black Pickaninny. Get your pickaninny ass over here. It made me feel so sad and ashamed of how I looked. Dear God, please make me wake up light-skinned so the kids will stop calling me Spook, Tar Baby, and Monkey. God, I hate those kids. I live at Nana's house in Metuchen, New Jersey. Almost everyone around there is white. And so in my room, I pretend I'm a pretty little white girl with long hair, and I swing my head back and forth so it can flow in the wind like the white girls do when the wind blows. I scrub myself real hard to get the brown off me. Perhaps if I do this every day, I'll become light-skinned like my Aunt Debbie. My Aunt Debbie is pretty. She's light-skinned. I wonder why she's that color and the rest of her sisters aren't. Even her mother, my Nana, is dark, real dark. All I know is I want to look like my Aunt Debbie, not like me. But in our family, no one asks questions about that. About Nana hooking up with a white man. Back in those days, that was something a black woman was not supposed to do. Whenever my mom used to come around Nana's house, mostly at night, Nana would wake us up to see her. My mother would come into our room and she would be wearing a dashiki, and her head was bald. She would be crying and smiling at the same time, telling me and my sisters that we are her beautiful black princesses. And I would say, Mommy, don't call us black. That's ugly. We're colored. And she would say, oh no, baby. Black is so beautiful. And besides, the next time someone refers to you as colored, you ask them, what color is that? Every time I ask Nana where my mother is, she tells me she's in college. So I decide when I grow up, I will never ever go to college. It takes too long. But today, in school, Frankie Armstrong comes into the classroom screaming, your mommy's a criminal, your mommy's a criminal. And all the kids start laughing. I put my head down in shame and I cry. And that makes the kids making fun of me even more. The teacher sends me to the principal's office and they send me home to Nana's. My mother wasn't in college. She was a heroin addict and she stole things to support her habit. And if that meant selling me to her drug dealers, leaving us at Nana's, robbing banks and drugstores, then so be it. I guess she said, fuck it. All these fucking secrets. Nana sleeping with a white man, mom robbing banks and shit. All this shit, man. She went to Clinton Reformatory for Women. I didn't want to be like my mom. I loved her, but I did not want to go to jail like her. It's cold, cold winter day, and I'm coming out of the laundromat bathroom. Blowing the last puff of crack smoke out of my mouth. I hurry to the front door to exit. I stand on the street, paralyzed, and slowly an officer drives up. Okay, miss, where's it at? I play stupid. Damn, lady, you stink. The officer's partner gets out of the car and somehow, in a moment of clarity, I can see him seeing my desperation and my hopelessness. He pulls the other officer aside and says something to him, and the one that insulted me walks away. The young officer says words I will never forget. Miss, we're gonna take you in on a warrant for your arrest and get you some help. You're not being arrested. You're being rescued, miss. You're going to die out here. That was February 1999. I ended up in jail just like my damn mother. At Rikers Island, I become a different kind of woman. I walk into dorm 17, scared out of my mind. I have to undress in front of a corrections officer and stand in the bathroom in a line with strange females until the officer says, "Turn around, squat, cough." That shit is so humiliating. I am locked up with the criminals. I'm not a criminal. I'm just a bag lady, homeless, prostitute, a crackhead, dope fiend, thief, a swindler. I'm not that bad. What am I doing in jail like my mom? There are women of all kinds, black, white, old, young, but the ones who make a career out of being there are waiting for us, the new fish to walk in. And they start. Yeah, look at that one. Oh, look at this one. And when they get to me, some bitch screams out, "Oh shit, look at her. She looks like a burnt up crack pipe." And the whole dorm starts to laugh with such an ugly, intimidating cruelty. They're all laughing at me again, just like in school. But this time, I can't cry. I want to though, but I can't. I'm in jail now, and never been so afraid in my life. I look around at the rest of the new fish to see what they are doing. They are scared too. My street instincts kick in. So what? I'm black and gray and ashy and skinny, weighing about 110 pounds and strung the fuck out. If I can sleep on project rooftops, I can do this. These bitches don't scare me. I have to convince myself of that because I feel like I'm a little girl all over again in Nana's house. It's a whole other world in Rikers Island. A small community. It has a library, A barbershop, a store to buy your commissary and shit, and a nursery where women who come in pregnant can keep their babies after they are born for a year. I got a job in the officers' cafeteria. I love serving the officers and chatting with normal people, so to speak. Working in the KK, we got to steal the most important commodities next to cigarettes: coffee and sugar. As long as I had those, it was just like having money in my account, you know, to make phone calls and shit, or to shop with. Not that I had anyone to call, but I had carte blanche, respect even. I had attention, good attention. No name calling anymore, none of that shit. I was somebody. After a while, I came to terms with being locked up. My skin started to even out, and my hair grew back, and I was healthier. And the girls started to compliment me. I had not heard a compliment in years. I never got any mail. I had burned so many bridges when I was out there. And my family didn't even know where I was at. Even if I had their addresses, I could not have let them know where I was. Not that I didn't want them to know I was in jail. I didn't want to hear, like mother, like daughter. There really isn't much to do in dorm 17. But there is this thing called sick call. Most of the time we put our names on the sick call sheet so we can go out in the hallways to see who we could cop pills from. Well, one day, they called me for sick call. I get to the nurse's office and I notice a room in the back. A girl comes out. What's in there? She says, HIV tested. Bitch, I'm good. So I sneak in and I meet Helga. She counsels me and asks, are you an IV user? No. Do you have any symptoms? No. I've been having night sweats, feeling a bit fatigued, and running fevers for no good reason. But I didn't think nothing of it. I take the test. Helga says, I'll have the results in 2 weeks, but no worries though. I never give a positive result on a Friday. The days go by pretty slow. Then I hear my name called for sick call. Yes! I hurry up, throw on my greens, and off to the nurse's station I go. I get there, and Helga is not in her room. I wait. She finally comes out of her office, but does not make eye contact with me. Oh my God. Oh God, no. Oh God, please. Oh God, please, no, don't say it. Ooh, she takes my hand and she looks up at me with such compassion. Such compassion in her eyes. And she says, I know I told you I never give a positive result on a Friday. And I haven't in 17 years. I'm so sorry, Miss Eagle. You are positive for HIV. I can't believe my ears. It's April 7th, 1999. I wanted to die right then and there. Oh God. I want a hug from my bald-headed mother. I completely break down in her office. I cry, she cries, we cry together. I don't want to die. All of a sudden, I want to live more than I ever lived before. I want my life to start all over again. But there is no way. I am tainted, damaged goods, ugly, spooky, a pickaninny all over again. Oh God, ooh, my heart hurts so bad. I'm so sad. I can't run, I can't hide. I have to pretend that I am good and wait until lights out. I go back to dorm 17 and I cry all night in my pillow. That was a long time ago. A long time of relapses and rehabs, going on a run from parole because I didn't show up to pee in a cup. I knew I was getting high. I just could not stop. Finally, I was mandated to Samaritan Village in Ellenville, New York. Sitting in a circle in those hard-ass blue chairs and countless encounter groups, primary groups, community groups. God, I got tired of being in groups, tired of being told how I chose drugs over my daughter, or that I had to let go of my street mentality and stop living in Valerieville if I wanted to do anything with my life. I had no inkling how to become a woman of integrity and live a normal life. But it happened. After years of hard work, trying over and over and over again, finally those days of being locked down are over. I'm 51 years old now. I haven't been arrested in 13 years. I signed off parole 11 years ago. I'm in college and doing very well. I have 3.5 years clean and sober. I no longer hold my head down in shame, but up high with grace. I am black, beautiful, and bald, like my mother, and proud of it. I joined TMI. I got to know and trust a group of awesome women, tell my story, and if I can inspire one person, just one, then it is all worth it. Sure, sometimes the virus rears its ugly head, like I get swollen lymph nodes, I get low-grade fevers, and even diarrhea. But that's okay. Finding out I had the virus made me want to live again. I am living a life worth living. I have never been more alive.